Hi and welcome. I'm Holly with Perpetual Fitness Training, and I'm going to be your instructor today. All right, we have a fabulous workout today. It's going to be for your legs and your core. We're going to utilize a couple props, but don't worry if you don't have those. This is a Pilates ball. It's just nice and squishy. Whatever kind of ball you have around that's about this size and can kind of give will work fine, or you can use a rolled up towel, so don't worry if you don't have a ball. I'm also using a looped band. This is a fabric band, which is the one I prefer, but any kind of looped band you have, or if you have a TheraBand that you can just tie into a loop, that will work fine. Or again, if you don't have a band, don't worry about it. It just adds a little extra zhuzh to the workout, but you don't have to have that. All of this can be done without the props. So let's go ahead and grab that music, some water, a good space to work out, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to try to keep this workout in under 20, so let's go ahead and just begin with that warm-up. We're going to just start with some squats, nice and easy, working within your range of motion. We're back in those heels, so you should be able to lift the toes and really kind of keep everything pressed back. When you come up, you squeeze your glutes and your belly. Just a couple more here. We're just going to warm up those legs real quick. 4, 3, 2, we're going to take this into an upright split squat. So we're just stepping back, knee comes down, just kind of previewing a few of the moves that we're going to do today. Good, keep it going, left and right. And again, your pace. If you need to hold on to something, feel free. All right, give me one more. Now we're going to take it side squat, come back to the center, other side. Again, everything's back in those heels. We're keeping the weight back. Your range of motion. Give me what you can today. Every day is different. Couple more. And other side. Good. Let's go ahead and take it up and just give me some glute kickers. You can do these as fast or as slow as you like. You're welcome to bring arms into it or just keep everything into the center. Completely up to you. Good. Keep it going. Ooh. Let me set my watch because, right, your workouts don't count if you haven't set your calorie counter on. That's not true, but I do hear that a lot. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold those legs steady. We're going to tuck our chin and just slowly roll down. This one here is for the core. Press through those feet, soften these, slowly come up and really think about the articulation of the spine as you come all the way back up. Give me a shoulder roll, turning to the side. For me, you do not have to, just to show you from a side view. Slowly roll up. Don't worry if you can't touch the floor. That's not what it's about. We're waking up the spine and the core. Tummy tight, really pull it in as we slowly come down. And then press through those heels, soft knees as you return back into that standing position. Go ahead and face me. Knee to chest, getting into that glute. Abs are nice and tight here. All right, let's go one more each side. And now getting into the hip, hands to the hip. We're going to lift that left leg up, open it to the side, tap the toe, lift it, center, down. The whole time my hips are staying forward. 2 more. Feel free again to hold on to something anytime you need to. This is your workout. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Really feel that motion happening right at that ball and socket. Perfect. Now the arms come out into the side and we just straight leg toward the opposite hand. We're up nice and tall, right? We're not dropping down. Nice and tall, nice and easy. Just warming everything up. This is a hamstring warm-up. You'll feel it in the back of the legs. But it's important that you keep the head and chest up and we're not dropping the arms to meet the legs. It doesn't matter how high we kick. We're just trying to warm up the hamstrings, that big muscle on the back of your thigh. 3, 2, perfect. Now we're going to take those toes open into a wide squat. We're just going to sumo squat. So in the sumo squat, your glutes go back, unlike in a plie where everything stays up and lifted. This one, we do get to hinge at the hips, and you're dropping your bottom toward the floor. So it's not a chest drop. It is in the legs. Your chest just kind of drops naturally. So you don't have to force any kind of chest drop. 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and take it up. Just shake it out for me. We're going to go wide legs, side to side. And once again, we're back in the heels, and we're really thinking about dropping our hips or our inner thigh toward the floor. That's where you want to feel that, in that inner thigh. And now we're going to take the opposite hand and reach toward the toe. Don't worry if you cannot touch the floor. It's okay. It's more about that trunk rotation. Warming up through that core. 4, and 3, and abs tight, booty back, 2, and last one's perfect. Go ahead and take it up. All right, so express a little warm up there. If you need more time, please take it. We're going to go ahead and start. So if you need to keep working out or to keep warming up, just hit pause and go ahead and go for it. Okay, so for our first one, we are actually going to just use the ball or your rolled up towel. I'm going to turn sideways. These will be for 30 seconds, by the way, and they do flow, but we're only going through it once, so that's the good news. But it's tough the whole time. But you can do it, no problem. All right, so we're going to start with the right foot forward, left foot back, and this is a split squat. So it's not a lunge. Split squat is more narrow. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our first move. 3, 2, 1, keeping head and chest up and just holding onto that ball. We're just dropping that knee down toward the floor. There can be a little bit of hip hinge. That's fine. Woo, balance. If you need to hold on to something, feel free. We have about 10 seconds left, and then we're going to shift, and we're going to bring this back leg up. So we're going to transfer the ball to that back leg. Give me one more. So now we're transferring the weight to the front, like I said, back leg. You're going to take the ball to the back leg, and we're just lifting and lowering. Now, you can place your hands in prayer. You can have them on your hips, or again, you can place them on a wall, because I really want you to focus on squeezing the glute to lift the leg. Don't worry about how high you can lift the leg. It's about that squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it. I want you to give me little lifts. Little lift, little lift, little lift. Good. We're lifting through that glute. We're not pushing out our rib cage. Our tummy is nice and tight. Our ribs are lined up with those hips. It does not matter, again, how high you keep this leg, right? Little pulses, 15 seconds. You should be feeling that stabilizing leg. Next up, we're going to combo this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to remove the ball. Place that foot back. Here's our combo. We're going to drop it down, transfer the weight, bring the ball in, lift. Give me 2 pulses. And then we're going to come back down. Take your time. It's all about that weight transfer. Good. I want you to not worry about how fast you're moving, especially if you don't have a wall to hold on. That balance challenge may make it where you take a little bit longer, and that's fine. Last one right here. And lift it up. Oh, shake it out. Feel that stabilizer? Whoo, I did. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to that other side. So same exact thing, except this time the opposite foot is forward. All right, here we go. So down and up. You can hold the ball, or if you want a little extra, you can take that ball in between those legs. It just kind of gives you something to aim for because you're really trying to drop that back leg as low as you can. Just breathe. 5 seconds, and then we're going to transfer that weight and put the ball in that back thigh. All right, right here, transfer the weight. Ball comes back, and now we're just lifting and lowering. Woo, as I lose my balance. There we go. It happens. Don't worry about it. Just get back in it as soon as you can. Right here, you're really thinking about range of motion. From the knee, flex foot to the ceiling, abs tight. Soft leg that's standing. You have a soft knee. That's really going to kind of help that hip. You're working stabilize. That's why you feel it so much. Now we're lifting, and we're just doing little pulses. Squeezing through that glute. Foot is flexed. Shoulders relaxed. Again, you can be holding onto a wall. Don't worry again about the wobbles. Wobbles are good. Just do what you can. Get back in it. It's all good. Abs are tight, reaching out through the crown, shoulders down. Next up, we're comboing all these. 5, 4, 3, 2. So we're taking it up. Split squat first. Change the ball if you want. Coming forward. Put it in. Lift it up. Ooh, as soon as I got my balance. And then a little pulse. 2 pulses. Come back down. Down. Transfer. Ball goes in. Lift it up. 1, 2. Down, lift, 1, 2. So again, if the ball is just too much for you on this one, don't worry about it. You don't have to have it. All right, you can do all this without that ball. Last one right here. There we go. Lift and shake it out. So that was an example of it without the ball. I couldn't talk because I was losing my balance. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one, we're going to take the ball, and it's going to be between the inner thighs. Let me grab a drink really quick. All right. So it's going to look like this. It's going to be a squat, inner thigh squeeze, and we'll move from there. So I'm just going to turn kind of sideways so you can see me at an angle. We're going to squat and squeeze. So right now we just have the legs close enough that we have this little bulge in the ball. We're keeping our knees tracking over the toes, and we're keeping the weight in the heels, booty back. Squeeze at the top. 10 seconds, and then we're going to add a heel lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. So now we're going to come down. We're going to heel lift, heels down, come on up. And I want you to be nice and controlled with that heel lift instead of this boom, boom, right? Nice and controlled. Control up, down, and lift. Try to come up on all 5 toes per foot. Instead of just rolling to the big toes or rolling to the baby toes, stay on all 5 toes. If this part bothers your arches, maybe you're taking it up too high, or maybe it's not for you. All right, now we're going to hold the squat. We're going to press our knees together. Think about pulling your inner thigh bones toward each other. Staying back in the heels, you should be able to lift those toes. You're going to feel your quads as well as those inner thighs. Stay with it. Last one is that combo. We're going to do 2 squeezes with that combo. And then we're moving on to the next one. This one moves quick. 5, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. All right, we're taking it down. We're holding. We're lifting the heels. Give me 2 squeezes. Come back up. Down. Lift the heels. Heels down. 2 squeezes. Come on up. Good. If you want to keep the heels up and do the double squeeze, you're welcome to. Just a little extra balance challenge. But obviously you don't have to. That's just if you want to make it a little more difficult. 2, pulse, last one right here. Stay low. 2, pulse, and up. Woo. Okay, shake that out. Grab some water if you need it. I'm very parched today. So I'm going to grab a quick drink. Okay, so for this next one, you don't have to use the ball. You don't have to use anything. The band is not coming into play yet. That will be here shortly, but we're not using the band yet. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is a sumo squat. Ball reaches toward the floor if you'd like. Okay, remember, it's the legs that take us down. It's not our upper body. Okay, so don't feel like you have to touch the floor. It's just a goal, something to reach toward, but it happens from the legs. The legs take us down and lift us up. Your range of motion will greatly determine if you can get that ball to the floor. So if you come into your sumo and you're here, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Your toes should be open. With this is a squat, so our glutes get to go back toward our heels. We should be able to lift those toes. All right, we're going to take it down. Arms come up. We're going to go elbow to leg, elbow to leg. We're holding that sumo. This is a quick leg core workout, so we really have to take those extra moments we can to get some extra burn. So we're holding here. If the hold is too much for you, you can come up a little higher, or you can stand and release those legs. Breathe. All right, we're going to stop in the middle. We're going to come just a little bit forward. Now we're going to take those knees, and we're just pushing them back. You have just a little bit of hinge. Tummy's nice and tight. It's just a press back, taking those knees in opposite directions. If you want a little extra, you can squeeze the ball in the center as you press those knees back. You don't have to. This does work into that chest and arms, whatever you feel. I just feel like I should do something with my upper body. 4. All right, we're going to combo that. Come all the way up. All right, ball to floor. Coming up halfway. Elbow to thigh. Elbow to thigh. 2 pulses back. 1, 2. Stand all the way up. Repeat. Down. Come on up. Elbow. Elbow. 2 pushes back. Come on up. Good. Breathe. Stay as low as you can in those sumos. It's important that we keep as much range of motion as we can when we have these short workouts. Again, last time. Press, press, and up. Excellent. Shake it out. Ooh, that'll get you quick. All right, moving to the floor. So if you have a mat, or if you have carpet, you may not need that mat. All right, we're going to start with the ball. We're going to start with the ball between our ankles, and we're going to find ourselves in modified plank for push-ups. If you prefer to do the push-ups in full plank, obviously you're welcome to do that, but I'm going to demonstrate from the modified knee-down position. It'll flow better for us at the end, but it's up to you. Okay, so find that modified position. Ball is between the ankles, securely between the ankles. Your weight is just above the kneecap on the meaty part of your legs. Hands are wide. Squeeze that ball. And chest to floor. Exhale, press back. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe through it. Abs tight. We're looking out in front of our hands, definitely not toward our knees. We want to keep length in that neck. One more. All right, next up, we're just going to curl the toes. You're going to pop up into plank, and we're holding plank 30 seconds. You're pressing your hands against the floor, strong in that upper back. Abs are tight, tailbone slightly tucked. Tighten through the kneecaps. Press back with the heels. Just hold. Find that breath. We have 10 seconds, and then we're taking this up into a downward dog. So the move will be plank to down dog. Squeeze that ball. 3, 2, 1. Right here. Down dog. Into plank. Down dog. Into plank. Down dog. Into plank. Good. Keep it going. Had a mosquito. It's not happening. It is definitely a mosquito time of year here in Texas. And combo that. So come on down for that push-up. Here we go. Push-up down. Find your way into plank. Hold for 2 potatoes, 2 seconds. Hips up. Down dog. Come back. Find that push-up again. Plank. 2 seconds. And then your hips up. Keep it flowing. Keep that tummy nice and tight. Last one. And down. Excellent. All right. Can you believe we're at our last one already? I have to move the dead mosquito carcass off my mat. All right. Finally, the band. All righty. So with this band, we're going to have it across the legs. We're going to do clamshells. So we're going to turn onto our side. And so the first one that we're going to do is just from the floor position, doing those clams. And then we'll move from there. Make sure I know what I'm doing. Yes. Can't read my notes. All right. Here we go. Elbow, under shoulder, hips stacked so we're not leaning back. Hand under the ball. And all you're doing is just lifting that knee as high as you can. Maybe you went a little heavy in that band today and you're not feeling a lot of range of motion. That's fine. Stay with it, or you can pause it and change out that band for something a little bit lighter. You're just pushing up as high as you can, really feeling those muscles. All right, from here, top leg can go straight, or you can keep both knees down. We're gonna lift, drop the hips. So I'm gonna move the ball just so you can see my hips. We're dropping hips toward the floor, and then we're lifting up. My hand is just gently resting on the ball. 15 seconds, and then we're gonna hold this side plank. 4, 3, 2, hold. Now while we're holding, you're pressing into that ball. Just squish it onto the floor. So if you have that rolled up towel, that's what you're pressing into. If you don't have anything, you can just press your hand into the floor. You won't feel that core engagement quite as much as you do with this ball. It's amazing how much your core engages with that little push. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're coming down. We're going to combo that. So legs come back together. We're going to give me one clamshell. Come on up, press, back down. Clamshell. Lift up and hold, press, come down. Clamshell. And then if you'd like to, if you can handle it, 2 presses instead of 1. That little extra press really does add quite a bit more. Lift, press. Last one. And take it down. Excellent. All right. Whew. Let's go ahead and take it to the other side. This is it. We have to make ourselves even, so we have to do this side. Once we're done with this, we are finished. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start with that elbow right under the shoulder. Hips are stacked, just the clamshell. Just lifting that knee up. Hand is just resting lightly on the ball or on the floor. And make sure we're not sinking in the shoulder. This is very common. Push against your elbow and forearm and lift your ear away from that shoulder. 10 seconds. Really lift up as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, top leg goes out. I'm going to move the ball just so you can see. We're going to lift up and hover. Lift up and hover. If that is too much, you can take the hip all the way down to the mat and lift instead of keeping the hover. Hand is just lightly on top of the ball. 15. 10 seconds. Then we're squishing the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold, and now squish that ball. Press into it. We're staying lifted in that side plank, really working through the sideways, the obliques. Good. Make sure those shoulders stay stacked. I don't want you to turn and look toward the floor. So if you can keep your gaze at your screen, that will be perfect. Breathe through it. 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, take it down. Just give your arm just a second here. Just restacking. Let's combo that. Leg up. Extend that leg out. Come on up. Hold. Give me 2 pulses if you can, or just 1. Whatever you can do today. 1 is fine. Sometimes this can get that shoulder before you really start to feel it in that core. So listen to all parts of your body. Keeping the shoulder as far from the ear as you can. Give me one more to finish this workout off. And done. Woo. All right, go ahead and slip that band out. You can do some light stretches on the ground here in a seated position, leaning forward, or, of course, that seated figure 4, maybe even a cobra. I want you to take some time to stretch to keep those muscles nice and long and functioning, and to help you with that muscle soreness the day after. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.